Hello and welcome to this video demonstration of AutoCollage. AutoCollage is a brand new utility for Photoshop CS and CS2 users that will allow you to generate collage templates very quickly and easily. And it's probably best just to show you how this utility functions rather than go into a bunch of detail because it's very straightforward. Now, if you're an existing Pixel Creator Pro user, you can access AutoCollage through the Menus tab right here. There's AutoCollage. Or if you do not own Pixel Creator, then you would simply activate AutoCollage through the script feature here in Photoshop CS or CS2. But what I've done here is I've pre-designed a collage template, and of course this could be done manually using the tools and features of Photoshop, or certainly if you have Pixel Creator Pro, it would be much quicker to generate this template using Pixel Creator Pro. But at any rate, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and generate 3 different variations of this collage template. So we're going to come under Menus and choose Auto Collage, and Photoshop will bring up a small interface. And the first field that we have here is a source field. And this is where we would specify where the folder of images are that we're going to be utilizing for this particular template. So we're going to click here and choose the wedding images folder under my template images. And in this case, we don't have a main focal point, a main image for this particular template. So we'll just skip that field altogether. Because we already have the template open that we want to use, we do not need to specify a template in the template field either. And then finally, the output field, we could specify where on our computer we want to output our collage layouts. Generally speaking, we are going to output as a PSD file, but you could save as a JPEG or a TIFF file if we wanted to. It's a neat feature that allows us to generate multiple copies of a given collage template. What's nice about this count feature is when it goes and generates, I'm going to generate 3 different variations of a single template. When it generates those 3 different variations, it will do so but not use any of the source images more than one time. So what that means is every single collage template that you generate this way will be unique. So if you, for example, let's say, for example, you have 600 images and you want to generate 5 different collage templates, 5 different variations, it won't reuse any one image twice because there are enough images in the source folder to populate all 5 versions without using the same image twice. Another nice feature here is our match orientation feature. If we have a portrait orientated image opening within our collage, it will only insert a portrait oriented image from the source folder. Now this does mean, however, that all of your images would have to be rotated appropriately. So for all of your portrait oriented images, those all need to be vertical, and all your landscape oriented images, of course, those would all have to be horizontal in order for the match orientation feature to work. But anyhow, that all said, we can go ahead and process this. Now there is a more advanced field that will allow us, now this opens up to a whole new world, because what's neat about this, it allows us to create multiple collage templates. We could do up to 6 or 10 at a time if you want to. Just depends on how big of a screen you have, really. In this case, we can do up to 6 at a time, but we could specify 6 different source folders. We could specify 6 different templates, and it's a really neat feature that allows us to do that. So if you had a bunch of different things that you wanted to generate all in one fell swoop, then you could certainly do that. But we're going to go back to our basic mode here and just go back to the basics. So we're going to just reset our source folder here. So we'll come down here to our template images, and we are going to go ahead and set our count to 3, save it as a PSD file. We are going to match the orientation, and we won't worry about all these other features. But this is just a basic auto collage feature, and we'll go ahead and choose process. And immediately auto collage will go to work, as will Photoshop. It will begin opening images and see how they fit within this given template. And within really just a matter of a couple of minutes, it will generate our first collage layout. So right now it's going through randomly selecting images from the wedding images source folder that we specified, and it's just randomly selecting our images. But this enables us, if we have, in this particular template we only have 8 image openings, but if we had 15 or 20 image openings, it would be able to populate those very quickly. It would take a good deal of time if we were going to do that all manually ourselves. So here, instead of having to manually place each one of those images, it's going to do it for us automatically. My idea behind AutoCollage was having the ability to quickly generate a collage. I mean, you can show your clients some nice 10 by 20s or 16 by 20s that you may have in your studio, but having their images in that layout is just going to be a really good sales tool. And so this will enable you to generate those very quickly, not spend hardly any time at all. And then if they want to make a fine-tune adjustment, they want to swap this image for that one, then they certainly can do that, because it's really easy to do when you have Pixel Creator. So all we're doing here, it's finished the first one. It's moving on to the second one now. Again, it's finding images that haven't been used in the first one, and finding images that match the orientation of the image opening. So okay, so now we're all done. It's finished all of those. You saw that all in real time, and we're going to go ahead and close out our original template, and we'll go to our desktop here, and you see here's our PSD files, and let's go ahead and just open those up. Let's see what they look like here. So there's our first collage template, there's our second one, and there's our third one. So you can see here in the source folder, this is a fairly small source folder, but you can see they look great. They're very straightforward to create. They all look good, and like I said, we can fine-tune if we want a certain image. Like for example, I kind of like this layout. It's not too bad, but I would like to make one adjustment to this image right here. Instead of using this image, perhaps I want an image of the bride and groom themselves, because this whole layout doesn't have an actual photo of the bride and groom. So I would just come in here. I'm going to use Pixel Creator to do this, but you could certainly do it manually in Photoshop as well. But what I'm going to do is just simply choose our Insert Photo tool, and then I'm going to browse to that folder, and then I'm going to simply select a picture of the bride and groom, which I believe I will go with this one right here. And it will go ahead and drop it into that layout for me. And there we go. So the only thing I need to do is make a slight adjustment to the exact positioning of this, and just slide it down a little bit here. And there we go. A great looking layout very quickly and easily. All I would have to do is just come in here and edit this text. So it's very straightforward to use. Again, this is another nice one here, but maybe this image here is not. I'm just going to adjust the placement of this image a little bit, move that down. And then probably this image right here, I'm going to go ahead and choose a different photo. So again, I could just come in here and select a different image. Let's see here. Let's go with this one. And drop it right into place for me. There, that looks good. So you can see how quickly and easily it is to create your different collage templates. Now let's go ahead and open up one more collage template just to give you an idea how it works. We're going to go with this template right here. Now this particular template does have a specific main image opening that we want to be able to use. So what we're going to do is we come in here to AutoCollage again. Now this has quite a few more image openings in the template. So we're going to specify the source folder as the same source folder that we specified earlier. But the main image, we want to be able to specify that. So we're going to come in here and specify the exact photo that we want to use. And in this case, I think we're going to use this one right here. So we've specified the main image. We don't have to specify the template because we already have the template open. And we're just going to create one image opening. Match orientation, in this case, because all the image openings are square, it's really not important that we do that. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that unchecked and just go ahead and choose Process. So then it will take a look at our 16 by 20. This is a 16 by 20 template, and then it's going to start populating our template with images. Now on this one, because all the image openings are fairly small and they're all square, we will have to do a bit of adjustment of the exact positioning of some of these images, I'm sure, because the image openings within the template are at such a different ratio than the actual original images. But we'll just watch this in real time to see how long it takes. I believe there's 20 some images that it will have to go through and put in here. But again, it's selecting images at random from that source folder and dropping them, resizing them, and dropping them into place for us very quickly and easily. It's going to take that main image opening and utilize that one picture that we specified. So we'll just see how long this takes in real time. Probably takes a minute, maybe 2 minutes at the most. And then it's going to go ahead and save it as a PSD file for us, which it's doing right now. And this is a fairly large file because you have a lot of different layers. So we'll back to our original template here. So we'll go ahead and close out the original template, and let's look at what AutoCollage generated for us. So here it is on our PSD file. Here it is right here. Go ahead and open that up. So there is our automated template. Now again, there is some things that we have to do because her head's chopped off, so we'll just come in here and choose the Adjust Image Placement tool and make a slight modification there. So we have a few of those, which was expected. Another one over here, we need to do the same thing, and all we're doing is just kind of sliding it down. This one here, maybe do the same thing. Slide it down a little bit. That looks good. And then this one here, we'll adjust that one as well. And that looks pretty good. The rest of those images look pretty good. So that's how we would utilize AutoCollage for this type of template, and then being able to specify the main subject image as well. So it's a really neat utility just to quickly get images into a template, and then you can fine-tune using the manual features of Photoshop, or certainly taking advantage of the automated features of Pixel Creator. But it's just another tool in the toolbox to help you quickly generate these different collage layouts without having to manually drop in all 20 images yourself.